Hey again, Jenny. Alright, we're on chapter 5 with Masamune, Reroute to Remain. From then on, Masamune made an achievement every time he went out on a skirmish. He's overachieving now.
I swear, I can't compete with Masamune.
Oh, poor Yukimura. Yukimura let out a sigh. Is he really that strong?
It's hard to say. From the beginning, he was good at all forms of martial arts, but
now he's really motivated.
He's been fighting blood-curdling demons lately. It's like he's exceeded his limits.
He's that strong?
The other day, I'd passed his horse during a fight, and he'd gotten extremely upset. He passed my horse, and I was afraid he might make a mistake for a demon and shoot me. Oh, I was afraid he might mistake me for a demon and shoot me.
Oh. When he usually spoke to me, Masamune was always calm and gentle. Maybe it's because he wants to make big achievements. He wants to win my hand in marriage. I'd said he needed to make those kind of achievements to become my husband. Actually, he said that, not me. But that was the case. If that was the case, I'd be embarrassed, but happy. But I don't know how serious Masamune is. At any rate, he was always aimlessly wandering around. I couldn't see his true feelings. I think it's pretty obvious. Women in these games are always so clueless. Masamune had gone on an afternoon skirmish. I was busy doing laundry with my handmaid. You don't have to do something like this, princess. The handmaid looked guilty as she spoke. It's okay, the castle is short-handed at the moment. I have to do what I can to help, even if I'm really awful at it. Plus, this wasn't originally your job, right? You have it really hard. No, this is nothing. The handmaid was ashamed, but I was ashamed as well. Ever since all this had happened, this was the first time I'd realized I couldn't do anything. When I'd searched for things to help with, I tried to ask the kitchen, but I was driven away. Somehow, they let me help out with sewing and laundry, but that was it. When the vassals were gone, it was hard to live. That was the type of person I'd become. Princess, do you have any archery practice after this? Yes, I have to make sure I hone my skills even while Masamune is away. That's right. Masamune had been busy exterminating demons every day. A few days later, Masamune showed up in the courtyard after a long absence. Masamune! I was happy just seeing his face. I ran to him and bowed. I ran to him with my bow in hand.
Have you been practicing while I've been away, princess?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to shame myself in front of my teacher. He looked at me with his gentle eye. I know it's true, but it just sounds so funny to me when I have to say I all the time instead of eyes.
Show me. It's been a while, but let me give you a lesson.
Okay. He had a big smile on his face. I don't think we've had a single CG yet that it wasn't archery practice, have we? I loved when Masamune smiled like that. When I saw that smile, I always felt relieved. A little while after, I had him look at my skills. After that, Masamune petted my head.
Good job. I can tell you've trained rigorously.
Really?
Yeah. I need to reward you somehow. What sounds good to you?
A kiss? Well then. I handed a bow to Masamune. Oh, is it time for the challenge? What? Oh, on here. Let's see. I have to say... Wait a minute. We're in chapter 5? Am I supposed to... hold on. Okay, give me a second. Okay, this is the first choice. Okay, I challenge you to a match. I thought marry me was a little too soon. That would just be weird. A little out of the blue. I challenge you to a match.
Or were you doing the bet you mentioned a while ago?
Yep. The loser has to listen to whatever the winner says. If I won, I would try asking him to marry me. I wanted to see what kind of face he would make.
Very well.
Masamune had a big smile on his face and nodded. We're going to have a serious match with just one shot each. The loser can't complain, okay?
Of course.
Then I'll start.
Good luck, princess. Defeat Masamune. Defeat Masamune.
Before I knew it, spectators had gathered around us. Go away, I don't want to be watched. Jeez, everyone must have been thirsting for entertainment because they've been fighting. demons non-stop. I took in a deep breath and calmed my breathing. I carefully aimed at the target. And fired. Oh! The people around us were in amazement. Others sighed. It was a little off. My arrow was slightly left of the bullseye.
Don't worry, you did a splendid job.
Is Masamune going to miss on purpose so I can win? The vassals praised me, but Masamune laughed leisurely.
You were distracted, weren't you?
Ooh, am I going to distract Masamune when he makes his shot? Looks like it. I wanted to win so badly. My idle thoughts had mixed in.
You need more practice.
Jeez. I sighed and changed places with him. Masamune readied his arrow.
Well then, princess, have a good look.
He was composed and confident. Can I ruin that? I guess I lost. I sensed it just from seeing him get ready. Well, my opponent was Masamune after all. He wouldn't make me do something cruel if he won. Masamune shot his arrow. And...
What?
I opened my eyes wide as Masamune was shocked as well. Is it that depth perception because he only has one eye? I'm just kidding. Actually, one eye is probably better when you're aiming with an arrow anyway, because don't most people close one eye when they're making a shot? His arrow was extremely far from the target, and it pierced the haystack. What were you thinking, Masamune?
Oh, I can't believe Masamune missed.
Let's see. Yep, I wonder what happened. I wonder what had happened.
I can't determine the cause.
Masamune was discouraged. Were you thinking about me naked? There was no way Masamune would have missed based on that stance and level of concentration. I hadn't noticed because it shot so fast, but as it flew, the arrow slanted diagonally. Did somebody actually change the projection of his arrow? Somebody like Kotaro? Yeah, it was as if something had flown at it from an angle and messed it up. Oh! I was astonished and looked around the courtyard. I then looked up at the roof beside it. Kotaro was sitting on one knee. When our eyes met, he waved his hand at me. Kotaro, did you do this?
Kotaro? You mean Fuma Kotaro?
When Masamune looked at the roof, Kotaro quickly turned and hid himself. I swear that Kotaro interrupted us. What was he trying to do? Make mischief? Masamune, take one more shot. That last one was unfair.
Oh.
Masamune lightly stroked his chin as he spoke.
No, I've lost.
Why? I won't accept it.
It's fine, really.
He's curious as to what I'm going to say.
On the battlefield, you never know what kind of interruptions might show up. And I have to deal with the circumstances no matter what happens. If not, then I just lost. We can't redo it. That's what we promised, right?
That may be true, but this isn't the battlefield. We weren't fighting right now.
I'd failed in making proper preparations. That's how a real match is. Therefore, it's my loss.
But...
It's fine.
Masamune petted my head and softened his gaze to make me listen to him.
Well then, princess, what do you want me to do?
Oh no, I never thought I'd actually win. If I won, I thought of making fun of him by forcing him to ask me to marry him, but... perhaps... What? Why'd the screen go black? If I win our bet, maybe I'll have him ask me to marry him.
Actually, I made a bet. Who the princess will end up marrying? Right now, Masamune is a dark horse. If he doesn't win, I'd be in trouble.
So he did that because of the stakes. Perhaps Kotaro had heard what I'd mumbled. He made me win the bet to benefit him. I swear, Kotaro!
Princess?
Masamune looked puzzled. I panicked and waved my hand. No, it's nothing. Nothing, really. Here's the thing. Marry me! In front of all these vassals. Shouldn't we kind of, do this in private and not... I shouldn't say this in front of everybody. I wanted to say marry me, but... I'd realized everyone's eyes on us. I clenched my fist and stiffened up. That's right, have some sense, woman. In any case...
Princess, this is the perfect opportunity. Demand something unreasonable.
Yeah, that sounds good. Oh, the way things were. I couldn't ask him to marry me even if it was only a joke.
What's after
Pretend it didn't happen.
Pretend it didn't happen. Well then, what will you have me do?
Cook me a really lavish dinner. Oh, he's looking mischievous here now too. Masamune tilted his head. He gazed at me with a smile on his face, and... why is the screen black again? The next day in the afternoon, Masamune and I were strolling in the forest on horseback.
Oh, I certainly didn't think you would tell me to... You would tell me you wanted to go outside.
Yeah, well... I sighed as I rode the horse.
You had actually had another request, didn't you?
Masamune had hit the mark precisely. I was a little frightened. Let's answer him honestly. Well, you're right, but...
Tell me, you don't have to hold yourself back. If it's something I can do, I want to do it.
When he gently smiled like that, saying those words, it put me in a pickle. It's okay for now. Plus, I really wanted to know how the outside world was doing. Ever since the demons started invading, I hadn't been let out because it was dangerous. I wasn't lying when I'd said I was curious about the outside world.
That's admirable of you, Princess, for worrying so much about your country.
I sighed after hearing the voice from behind me. Naturally, we were both single. I wasn't allowed outside with Masamune alone. We have a chaperone. 2 vassals were following behind us. I'm sorry, I know you must be busy.
It's nothing. We had to patrol anyway. He's right. Don't worry about it, Princess.
They both had kind-hearted expressions on their faces as they spoke.
Still, we can't go too far. Even though we don't see any demons, we don't know where they'll come from.
Yeah. I looked down at the land below the castle from a grove of trees.
We can see the castle town.
Yeah. I couldn't feel the brilliance it had once had as we gazed at it from the grove of trees. There were houses crushed flat. It was as if they'd been smacked with a giant mallet. A merchant store stood with only a few black pillars. It had been scorched by flames.
It's in a bad shape.
Yeah. Many people had died. One way or another, I've been living carefree, but I called 5 men to help me. From the start, I should have died on the day the castle had fallen. And yet, I was shamefully living a carefree life after borrowing the help from these 5. Strangers. When I thought about it like that, it felt like something was stuck in my throat. No, I can't think about that right now. The problem now didn't just involve myself. Inside the castle were the refugees from the castle town who'd been burned out of their homes. I didn't care about my own life Sure, they could survive. This is like all your base are belong to us. For that purpose, I had to harden my heart and borrow Masamune's strength. After we walked around the area, Masamune looked up at the sky from between the leaves.
Shall we go back soon?
Oh, already?
Yeah, it looks like it's going to rain. It's best if we go back.
I looked up at the sky beside him. The sky had darkened and was filled with gloomy clouds. Yeah, you're right. We had good weather until just a moment ago.
The weather changes quickly this time of year. We can get back to the castle before it starts raining if we leave now.
One of the vassals interrupted the other's low voice.
Masamune, please look over there.
We looked in the direction he pointed. Between the grove, we could see something moving in the valley. What is that?
Shh. Shh.
Masamune squinted his eye and made a serious expression. Okay. After seeing him tense up, I finally realized. That was a group of demons. They were lined up, headed toward the castle. Let me at 'em. Let me practice archery. Are you going to fight them?
No, it would be difficult to win with our small numbers.
Masamune mumbled and looked at the other two vassals.
Quickly, return to the castle. Inform Yukimura.
You're not staying here, are you?
Understood. I'll hide here with Princess until they've passed. I will protect her at all costs.
Why aren't we fleeing back to the castle? This is a trick, so we can be alone.
We'll be waiting for you at the castle.
The two of them galloped away. Masamune, let's go to the castle too.
No, it's best to only have a small party. That way they can gallop as fast as they can.
Oh, I felt depressed. I would just be a burden when escaping, wouldn't I? I was skilled at horse riding, but I couldn't gallop quickly like the vassals. If I was even a little too slow, the demons might have caught up with me, and that would be my downfall. If I hadn't been there, Masamune would have gone back with them to the castle. Well, you better hide well.
What are you saying?
He gently placed his hand on my head.
We went out because of your pestering and realized they were demons.
Ah, so it was actually kind of helpful.
We are now one step ahead by informing everyone. Today's battle won't be that serious.
Masamune was good at making me feel safe. I shall... have him fawn over you, that's cute. I shall thank him. Thank you, Masamune. I'm not fishing for any compliments. I looked up at him and nodded.
It's nothing. Your honesty is one of your virtues.
I was honestly happy anytime Masamune praised me. So, where should we hide?
Let me see.
Bushes? There's bushes everywhere. And that's all. Masamune looked up at the sky one more time. He looked at the group of demons and nodded.
There's a cavern close to here. It's a little further in. We should conceal ourselves there for a short period.
As we headed toward the cave Masamune had talked about, it started to rain. Good timing. The rain was unexpectedly strong. The raindrops cut the tree leaves as it poured down mercilessly.
Princess, over here!
When he got off his horse, the rain was so loud I could hardly hear. The sky was also dark at night. Oh, are we gonna have to strip and cuddle together for warmth? We tied our horses to some trees near the cave entrance and then entered. It's actually very spacious.
Yeah, but it won't stop for a while.
Masamune looked up at the sky from the cave entrance. I wonder if those two vassals are okay.
I'm sure they entered the castle before the rain got bad. Worry not. More importantly, you should be prepared to stay up all night.
Just in case. Give me a second to get a drink. I understand. I was worried about the castle, but there was nothing I could do about it.
We need fire. I'll look for some wood.
I don't know if a fire's a good idea. What if they see it? Then I'll go with you.
There's no need for that. I'll return soon. Go deeper and wait for me.
Masamune went out, and I was left alone. There was nothing I could do, so I did as he said. I walked to the back of the cave and realized something. Staying up all night in here, huh? With just Masamune and me? In this cave? Just the two of us? Huh. I blushed, even though I was surprised to be cold from the rain. I felt like I was going to sweat. Time to strip. You got those wet clothes on. You don't want to get sick. Sorry, I'm a pervert, I knew. Alright, be back in a little while with episode 6.